Quick, what is the most important organ in your body? Nah, time's up. Most of you said heart. How many said heart? Okay, it is important. I can't dispute that. But what tells your heart to beat? What tells your heart to work properly? It's your brain and spinal cord. It's your central nervous system. So basically, I need you to know that the most important organ, if you're ever asked this question again, is your central nervous system. Now, why is it the most important? I'm going to tell you 3 facts. Number 1, it's the life force. The life force. What's that mean? When 2 cells meet, the sperm and the egg, it creates life and starts multiplying cells. And what happens after that? A human body starts to take form. The second part of that, the spinal cord, a little groove is formed, the spinal cord is formed, and it starts branching off, creating the lungs, the heart, the liver, the human body. Ooh, it's amazing. Now, it's also, guess what? Only organ encased by bone. The skull and the vertebrae encase this valuable, valuable, valuable organ called the central nervous system. So if you have 100% life force in your body, you have 100% health. Now, number 2, it's a communication center. Gray's Anatomy, not the TV show, but Gray's Anatomy, medical dictionary says that the central nervous system controls and coordinates every cell, tissue, muscle, and organ in your body, plus adapts it to the environment. It's pretty amazing. How does it do this? Well, when you look at it, it's like, wow, it kind of blows you away. 45 miles of nerves are going through our bodies, and at 325 miles an hour, millions and trillions of messages are flowing to every cell, tissue, and organ and body to our body and back up to our brain. That's amazing. For instance, our heart, 103,000 times plus, give or take a few, beats in one day, in a 24-hour span. Whether you're sleeping or not, the heart is continue going. 23,000 times plus, your lungs expand and contract. You're breathing air, oxygen in and out. It's just amazing. 7 million, we exercise 7 million brain cells in a day. Some of us not too many, a little less, a little more, who knows. But it's an amazing human body. It just blows you away. So when this communication is functioning 100%, your body functions 100%, and yeah, you're healthy. But what happens is if you don't communicate properly and there's a problem in the communication of the central nervous system to some part of the body, guess what? You're not going to be healthy, and all of a sudden your body's not going to function like it should. So better communication, better health. Poor communication, poor health. So the key is keeping that communication functioning at optimal level, and that's what chiropractors do. Now, number three, it's our master control system. It's like a master computer. It's like one that hopefully you never have to return, right? It controls and coordinates everything in your body. Your body self-heals, self-regulates, and this computer is just unbelievable. You don't have to reset it, hopefully. So what happens is, let's talk about self-healing. Self-healing means if I cut myself, what happens? You bleed, you clot, and it heals. And the scar, and then all of a sudden you don't notice where it is. Now do you tell it, hey, start bleeding, stop bleeding? No, it does it automatically because of this master control system. It coordinates and controls everything that's happening through this process. If you cut a piece of steak, if a piece of steak was here and a week later we checked it out, guess what? It still would be, it wouldn't heal. There's no life force, no communication center. It's dead tissue. So our bodies in a whole year, all of our cells are brand new. It's exciting. And that process is done through the central nervous system. Now, the last part of number 3 is self-healing and self-regulating. Now, what happens in self-regulating is our bodies, when it's hot, we perspire. Our body goes to our brain, hey, we're hot. Brain here says, okay, starts to sweat. Hey, we're hot, keep sweating. We're fine, thermostat shuts off, and our bodies adapt to the environment. If it's cold, we shiver. That's our way our body's protecting, okay, and adapting to the environment. So when we look at it, if we work well inside, guess what? We work well outside. So I need you to know that our bodies are our central nervous system is the life force, communication center, and it's our master control system. Now, what disrupts that function is what we call the enemy of the central nervous system is a subluxation. A subluxation is when stress applied to the body over time causes a subluxation and misalignment, which disturbs our bodies from functioning properly. Therefore, they become unhealthy over time, whether we know it or not. What is the key? The key is time. The longer something's there, guess what? The more damage it creates. Increased time, increased risk. For instance, it's kind of like when your car is out of alignment. What happens? It causes the tires not to move fluently and properly, like a subluxation. And the longer it's out of line, guess what? The more damage it does. I'm sure you've all looked at the tires and go, whoa, you see it wearing out and the threads popping through. So what happens is, if you're not aware of what's going on, you can have a blowout and cause a lot more damage in your life in a vehicle. So that's why it's so important for you that know this information I just shared to share with others. I heard a quote one time and I really, really like it. They're no fool who shares what they cannot keep. This information you just learned to those around you, whether they be loved ones or anybody, to gain what they cannot lose. That person looking at them and going, thank you for letting me know this information, because chiropractic has changed my life. So look around, see all the people in your life, and don't let this message end here.